Okay, so here we go. And it says warm, friendly smile. Can you help me read the next sentence, please, Gabriel? Okay, maybe Flor, can you help me read the next sentence, please?
Yeah, teacher. Mm, You have? No,
Yeah,
Tracy.
yeah.
Uh,
So yeah, he always.
he always gave everyone a warm, friendly smile.
Yes, he always gave everyone,
Everyone,
everyone. Okay, please
everyone.
tell me someone you know who always has a warm, friendly smile. Do you know anyone who is usually friendly and smiling?
Amigable.
Uh-huh. Who in your life is like this? Do you have any friends or relatives who have a warm and friendly smile? Tell me examples of people in your life. I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Flor.
Yeah, teacher.
Okay. Please tell me examples of someone in your life who has a warm, friendly smile.
Mm, uh, when
What person in
him
your friends? If any
and
of
my
your
friend,
friends, yeah, I don't know, your friends, your family,
I don't. Mm, My
can
my
you
friend,
think? Uh-huh.
my my friend. No.
Uh-huh.
Mm,
What friend?
In my work.
Okay, very well, thank you. And Saul, can you help me please read the next sentence, please?
Okay, say Tracy's new college gave her a rather cool reaction and friendly welcome.
Yeah. Okay, so we have now code reception. So code reception is to just show um very unfriendly ways, not only welcomes, but could be just that the person is not interested in you. Maybe they just ignored you or they don't treat you especially. Um, so just core reception is like not rude, but also not warm. Okay. Please help me, Oscar, to read the next one.
Okay, you can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, you have been guilty of unacceptable behavior.
Okay, very well. I'm sorry, I didn't see your message. Okay. So, okay, very well. So, unacceptable behavior, very well. So, just to say that someone doesn't behave well. Okay, Javier, please hit me with the next sentence.
I am surprised you find Jake unfriendly. He always been perfectly friendly to me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very well. So, perfectly friendly. Thank you. Flor, please help me read the next sentence.
Angela has a rather abrasive manner.
Mm-hmm.
Rude and
Abrasive manner.
abrasive manner, rude and unfriendly manner.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, thank you. So, please tell me who, in your opinion, could you tell me someone who has these qualities? Do you know, Saul, anyone you know who has a very abrasive manner?
Abrasive manner, teacher?
Yes. Okay, but maybe this question for Saul.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, thank you. So, do you know anyone who has an abrasive manner?
Well, sometimes it depends the person, teacher, because sometimes you will find people who you can see in the first time is like, is rude or it have an abrasive manner. But then when you know this person, it's different, But the first impression is important. I have a good friend that the first time I meet him in the college, I got this sensation because it was like looking to everyone and analyzing everyone, like, say this guy is like will be friendly or will be rude. But then when we make a team in the class, the final, I told him, hey, buddy, the first time I met you, I thought you was like
Mhm.
a really bad guy, I don't know, or not friendly guy, but it's different. I say yes. A lot of people tell me that because the first time, I try to keep like quiet, like just seeing. I don't talk too much. I don't smile too much and all that. It's gonna depend, but yes, I have known some of them like this person have uh, abrasive manner.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And don't you think that sometimes it's because some people, maybe it's how they are raised at home and they have an abrasive manner because of their parents. Maybe sometimes they have to show very straight face, like very they have to show themselves like this because that gives them security. I was kind of reading about people's personalities, and there's the kind of person that will will be like this. Some people will care a lot about what you think about them, and their objective is that always to be friendly, and they want to be friends with you, and they want to show that um their objective is to make you feel good with them. So you can always see these people like they have a friendly attitude. Then there's people who are like they have this abrasive manner. They don't care what you think about them. But they have sometimes to show this appearance to protect themselves, and that people so people um don't abuse them, that they don't think that they are I don't know, that they can damage them. So does it show this abrasive manner as well? And I was reading about different types of personality. Okay. But just yeah, the expression abrasive manner, it doesn't mean that the person is rude. Like you said, a abrasive manner means that a person just has rude manners. Maybe the person doesn't smile at you at the beginning and they won't be that open, but that doesn't mean that when you make friends or when they know you better, they like it's very different, right? Yeah, I've seen this. So then we have here another conversation with some other vocabulary new expressions. So now it's an interview to a retired golfer, and I would like to ask any of you to read the interviewer conversation, and someone else who can read the one about Barstow, who is the golfer. So who would like to? I need two people to read this conversation. Who would like to do it?
I can be one of them. The one.
Okay, can you please be the interviewer? So who would like to read the part of the conversation from the golfer? Okay, can I ask Javier, please? So you can start reading now, guys.
Okay, retired golfer and Barstone interviewing. Andy, you are retired. You are the senior citizen, citizen, but
Citizen.
citizen, but anyone would agree you telling. Don't look your age. You want your secret?
Say, well,
Continue.
thanks. Well, thanks. I'm sure some people would say I don't add my age either.
Mhm.
Oh, that's not necessary. A bad thing. You do always seem to be bursting with energy.
That's what a cough does for you.
Okay. So here we have this interview, and the first says to look one's age. So you look, if you look your age, or usually it's the negative one, you don't look your age. It means that you look younger than you are. Yeah. Usually it could be the opposite too. So you could say, oh wow, I can't believe you are these years old. I thought you were older. So you can say you don't look your age. For me, you look really young. And then the next expression, you can say that it's act your age. The acting your age means to behave in the way that your age shows. Some people don't act their age, so that means that they can be a little bit immature. So which one would you say you are? Do you act your age, or you don't act your age?
If you ask me, teacher, I would say since I was like 16, 17, 18, something like that, a lot of people will tell me, oh, you no, you look like older because you don't act like a child in your age, and you don't think like that too. Because I will try to read, I will try to like to know new words. So when I was speaking with older people than me, I try to use that words, and sometimes they even can't understand what I say exactly. But then I try to explain them, and they ask me, "How do you know that word?" I say, "No, I just read. I like to read." And I say, "Oh, you don't look like your age, because uh, at your age, young guys, you're trying to play basketball and share with friends. I will be joking and all that. And
Mhm.
sometimes happen at that age. Right now, I think I act like my age because I'm 34 years old right now, and I got a son, I got a wife, I got a house, you know, I got my responsibilities. So I think I acting like I have to, like I am supposed to do.
Thank you. Okay, and Javier, do you act your age, or you don't act your age?
In my case, I am 26, but it depends. When I have a verb, the people told me that I act 30. But
That you
when
were
I don't,
13?
when I have verb, barba,
Ah, beard. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
they
the
always.
people told me that I act 30 years. But when I don't have beer, I haven't beer. The
Huh?
people, I I always the people told me that at my age, 25,
Okay.
26. But
Well, but
but
that's
the
look your
beer,
age. But
my beer is me hace parecer más grande.
okay, it makes you look older. So that's look your age. But do you act your age? So when you act your age, it means your behavior, because the appearance, the physical appearance is the expression look your age. So you told me that when you wear beard, everyone thinks you're older than you are. So you don't look your age. But do you act your age? Is the one that this the second one. The one says act my age is a different expression. It means that your behavior is different from what would be expected at your age. So do you act your age?
I think that's yes.
Okay, you think so? Well,
Yes.
I think when they ask me, I usually, it depends on the culture, because now I've seen people who are my age, younger and older, and I think it depends where you live, because people where I'm from, like, I don't know, I relate to other kids when I remember when I was a kid, and they were always kind of very mature, On one hand, they wanted to be mature because they wanted to start dating with, they wanted, like have a relationship when they were just like 13 or 14. They maybe they would drink alcohol, go to parties. And I think I've always been a very I have been a serious person. Like I don't like, I'm not a party goer. Now in my adult life, I think that I go to parties more often. But generally I've been like always very serious. And yeah, I don't know, like maybe now I don't, or I think all my life I've never acted my age, but and I think it depends on the responsibilities. So there's nothing wrong about dating or alcohol or parties, but I think that um I have friends who are older than me, like they are almost in their 30s, and I've seen that very often um they didn't care too much about their job. They um they were always like going in a party after another. And I was surprised, because for me that was like, how you're not afraid about not doing, not working on, your responsibilities. You know that you don't have enough money, you're not working, you're just in Paris, like. And maybe some other people are more easygoing than me, but I don't know, I just feel like it's important to be responsible. And because all my life I feel like always this sense of responsibility. That's why I couldn't tell you that I have been responsible. Like when I feel I'm being responsible for a while, I try to correct. But yeah, you usually compare with people who are your age, and you are like, for good or for bad, like find out if you um like sometimes life is like a competence, and it shouldn't be like that, right? Like you're comparing, like this person is younger than me and has more money than me, or the opposite. We think, okay, I have much more money than him, so I'm doing well in my life. And I don't think that's something correct to do. Um, but yeah, I think that as long as you are responsible, it doesn't matter if you are your age. On the other hand, I know people who don't act their age, who like are super funny, and at the same time they know how to be so serious and responsible. So for me, that's my favorite type of personality. All right.
I
So
think that the age between 25 and 30 is difficult to see the different form to act because I have friends to that the you he they are chilled. They have chilled and
They
other
have what?
friends
They have what?
chilled. Niños tienen
Ah,
hijos.
they have children.
Yes,
Oh,
children's.
oh,
And I have friends when they don't have having children, and I think that is different stage in your life.
Mhm.
Es diferente etapa, siento yo, el tener y no tener hijos.
Yeah, I think so. It changes you. And also, I think it's important to know what kind of people you are messing around. You know, if you have friends who are older than you will usually have their perspective, or people who are mature, so they will have a mindset where they will um well they will take older people all older people's decisions. I'm not saying that old people are always mature because I've seen old people who are not. But I think one important thing for to define maturity is the people you socialize with, and also to have clear what your goals are and what you want in life. So um yeah, I think that that will make you look, and more than look, the important thing is to when you act your age, I think that could be something good or something wrong. Now, sometimes you just have to let that um, youthful part of you to have fun, without interrupting your responsibilities. All right. So now we're talking about this, and remember that we were working with gerunds and infinitives. So remember that every time we start a sentence with a gerund, we start a sentence in a verb, we need to use gerunds. So for example, here you have an example, right? It says going to Sundance Film Festival is my favorite thing to do. All right. So because I'm starting with the verb go, the only way I can start this sentence is with gerund. So I can't use infinitive, or it's not possible to write just the verb go in the base form. So you need to write going, the gerund. So could you rewrite this sentence? You could rewrite it using the infinitive, and you would start differently, right? So you would start saying, my favorite thing to do is here you can use to go, Sundance Film Festival. Okay, and here it's not necessary to start with gerund or to write the verbs with gerund. So I'm writing the same sentence, but now here I'm using the infinitive. My favorite thing to do is to go to Sundance Film Festival. Going to the Sundance Film Festival is my favorite thing to do. Now here we have another sentence. Please help me, Oscar. I don't know if you can maybe write on the chat if you're busy with number 2. And how can you write the sentence starting with the gerund?
Showing independent films at Sundance to support talent directors, writers, and actors.
Okay, so showing independent films. Okay, right. I could rewrite this sentence, right? I could say, showing independent films at Sundance supports. Could I write this sentence using the infinitive?
I think it was to support, but it supports.
No, no, I mean, I'm asking if we could rewrite the sentence, but it seems that we can't. All right. Well, let's try with the next one. So could you help me read number 3, Saul, and you can write the sentence using gerunds?
Will be having a movie at Sundance is a great honor. It's a great honor.
Is a great honor. Okay, so you could rewrite the sentence using infinitive and saying, it's a great honor to have a movie. Yeah. So it's just another way. So here we write the gerund just because we're starting the sentence with a verb. But you can see here that if I change the organization or the order of the sentence, so here I'm not using gerund anymore. Okay, so let's check number 4. Please, Flor, can you help me reading number 4? And let's see how can you write the sentence using gerund?
Yes, teacher.
Not
I not uh, not at the sun
not
dance.
arriving late.
Not arriving late.
Yeah.
Mm, mm, Movie.
Can you read it, please?
Can you get a better seat?
Can you read again all the sentence?
Really?
Not
Not.
arriving.
Yeah. Not arriving late to Sundance movie helps you get a better seat.
Yeah, okay. So I'm using the verb arrive. So
Arrive.
in this case, if the sentence is negative, you just write not before the verb. Okay, help me please, Javier, with number 5.
Okay. Watching Sundance movies makes me happy.
Makes me happy. Okay. Can you rewrite the sentence using infinitive? You just need to start the sentence differently. Try to do it.
Verbs.
Made me happy.
It makes me happy
It's made me happy. Watch
to watch.
to watch Sundance movie.
Yeah. To watch Sundance movies. Okay. So this exercise is what I want, what I would like you to learn today, right? So when you start with gerunds, so when you start a sentence, you need to write the gerund, but you change the order and you can use infinitive. So actually, if you say it makes me happy, you can't say it makes me happy watching. You need to say it makes me happy to watch. So depending on the order of the sentence. A moment ago, you were telling me about if you looked your age or you didn't look your age. So we're going to try to work on some sentences and tell me, what do you think in your opinion, what do you think, what advice would you give to um, the person you were 10 years ago? Try to imagine that you go back to the past and you can go and speak to yourself from 10 years ago. And what advice would you give? And I will give you one example. For example, we could say, for instance, um, I don't know, we could say, mm, worrying does nothing for you. Worrying does nothing for you. Or I could say, worrying is useless, right? And I will rewrite these sentences, but now with infinitive. So you would say, it does nothing for you to worry. So you see how it's basically the same sentence, just different way to write it. It's useless to worry. Okay, so you analyze the structure of both sentences. When you write this sentence with infinitive, so you start using it, right? But here you only use gerund, right? You only use this. You start with the verb right away and you write the rest of the sentence. And here we are not starting with the verb, and that's why we use infinitive. So it's just a bit different. So let's write some more advice for the younger you. Okay. So try to think about some other advice. What other advice would you give to yourself 10 years, I'm sorry, 10 years ago? Tell me another advice.
And the numbers of the lottery are, I will say myself 10 years ago, like, okay, so I will play the lottery, and the lottery numbers are, dan.
Hmm?
Teacher, I would say myself, play the lottery, and the lottery numbers are, for winning the lottery. But
Okay.
if
Yeah,
I
I don't
couldn't
think
say
so.
if I couldn't say exactly that, I would say myself, um, don't go in that business.
What business? Like the lottery?
No, no, no. I was in a business with one of my friend, but he died.
Oh my
He
God,
got
I'm sorry.
a heart attack, and then I lost like 1 million pesos in that time. I would say myself, don't go in that business.
Okay. So you could say starting that business is a bad idea, or it's a bad idea to start that business. Well, yeah, right. So that's the thing about risking when I mean, when you have a business, you have to risk. And well, I'm so sorry about your friend. But at least, I mean, you lost money and maybe a lot of money, but at least you didn't lose your life. So at least you have a lot of life to enjoy. And in the end, if you have life, you still have time to make that money again, huh? So,
Yes,
so I
I'm
think there's a lesson learned. Javier, what other advice would you give to the older you from 10 years ago?
Um, don't
Try to use
worry.
this structure.
Okay.
You can use the don't. Yeah, that's good, but let's try to use this structure.
Okay. Uh, don't. It's a bad idea. Worried about to the people thinking about you.
Can you repeat that again, please?
Okay. It's bad idea. It's uh, worrying, worrying that the people thinking about you is is bad.
Okay. So maybe we could say this case caring
Occurring
what others say about you is we
is
could
bad
say
for you.
is bad for you, maybe it's unwholesome. Unwholesome means like it's bad for you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, caring about what others say. I know what did it do. Okay, caring about okay. One second. Okay, I don't know what I did, but okay. And how could you rewrite the sentence with infinitive?
Is lesson
Unwholesome,
on also uh, caring or to caring
To
to
carry.
care,
to care
mhm,
what others said about you.
to care about what others say about you. Exactly. All right. Very well. Flor, another advice for the younger you. And in the meantime, everyone can write some other advice on the chat. Okay, maybe Oscar, could you give me one advice? I mean, an advice for yourself.
Yeah, a lot of advices.
Okay.
I say smoking never be so fancy and healthy for your health.
Okay, so smoking.
Yeah.
Smoking what?
Never will be fancy and healthy for you.
Okay, very well. And the same way in infinitive.
Uh, Never will be fancy and healthy.
Uh-huh. It will
Um,
never.
it will never be fancy and healthy if you smoke.
To smoke.
To
Hmm.
smoke.
To
Okay.
smoke. Good. So this is the topic about infinitives and gerunds. So you could write like any of them. Now let's talk about two prepositions. Remember that after prepositions, we use gerunds and infinitives too. Okay, Flor, in this case,
Teacher,
your sentence is it's nice. Just remember that if you are not starting with the verb, you say it's better to work in group, not
mm,
working. It's better to work.
yes.
Yeah. It's better to work in group. And you can say working in group is better.
Okay.
So the difference is that you're starting one sentence with verb and the other one you're not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. So the prepositions by and for, they can be easily confused because both are translated in Spanish like por, right? So by and for, they are translated equally para, right? Or por. But we're going to check here some differences. So first, the preposition by is answering the question how. When I use by, I answer how. For example, how are you going to celebrate your anniversary? How are you going to celebrate your anniversary? By buying some cake. Or we are going to start the anniversary by playing some music, right? So I'm telling you how. And then for is telling you what for, like the purpose. Why are you doing that? So check, for example, in number one, it says the city used an open field. What for? For setting off fireworks. Set off means to echar fuegos artificiales. Set off. Now, I mostly use my new smartphone. What for?
For taking photos.
For taking, exactly. Okay. Then we'll start the party. Here, the question is not how. I mean, not the question is how, not what for. So we'll start the party
Playing music.
by playing music. Yeah. Okay. We'll celebrate the new year
How do you say that word? Parade?
yeah.
What does mean parade?
Parade. Parade is like kind of a march, like marching, but march is like military and parade is for celebration.
Oh, it would be similar like the other one, like it would be by washing or washing a parade.
Yes, so you would say, we'll celebrate the new year. How? By watching. Yeah, and not for watching. Oscar, could you help me please with number 5?
You hear me?
Yes,
Okay. Let's make the room look special by put up decorations.
by putting.
Putting up.
Putting up. Don't
Okay.
forget the germ. Thank you. Javier, please, number 6.
The community park is a great place by having a family.
By having or for having?
For having a family reunion.
Yes, because you are not seeing how, you're seeing what's the purpose. So you say for
For having.
having. Yeah. So maybe you wonder what is the difference if it's correct to say to have. No? Maybe you can say here, the community park is a great place to have. Why not using to have? Well, in the case of, for example, number 2, I think that it's better to use, I mostly use my new smartphone to take photos. When we talk about people or the reasons people do something, we're going to use to, right? For example, I study English to get a better job. Here I'm using infinitive to because I'm talking about a person who is doing something for a purpose. But in the case of these sentences, you're not talking about a person, you're talking about objects. And for example, the community park is not a person, so that's why it's not common to use to have, but for having, because you're talking about the function of those things. And here we are not talking about the function of us. Here we're talking about the purpose why we do an activity. So that's why when you talk about people doing something for a purpose, you need to use to the infinitive. I study English to get a better job. I get a job to get money. I get money to buy a house. And when you talk about the purpose of the things, for example, my car is for driving me to my job. My I don't know, my phone is for calls, is for calling my friends, is for calling clients. So when you talk about people, you use infinitive. When you talk about objects, you try to use for in the gerund. Okay? I don't know if you have any questions. All right. Well, so these were some prepositions. So we continue tomorrow, guys. Appreciate your attendance and see you next class. Take care.